Hey everybody, welcome back to Build a Website from Scratch with HTML and CSS. This video is called Colors, or Colors if you're American. In this lecture, we're going to learn a little bit about the CSS colors and how we can use them. First, I want to let you know that about the CSS color names. There's a couple different ways you can add colors in CSS. You can specify actual color names such as aqua, beige, black, blue, brown, chocolate, cyan, dark blue, so on and so forth. And if you were to go to w3schools.com/cssref/css_colornames.asp, or you can just type what I have in here, then you can learn or read about the actual predefined CSS color names. And there's 140 of them in a big list here, and you see the corresponding color and also the hex code right here. It's not typical or normal practice to just use color names in CSS, but rather you would use the hexadecimal code more frequently. That's usually what you would use. The only colors that are really used when you use the predefined color names are white and black, just because they're simply white or they're black. There's no shade in between. So for if you were going to use a color for a background color or a text color, or a border color, or whatever you would use the color value for in CSS, you can write white for white or black for black. You can also, alternatively, you can use for white £F or 6 Fs, because it's a hexadecimal code. There's 6 of them here, but if they're all the same, if 6 of the values are the same, you can put only 3 of them, and that would equal 6 of them being the same. Same with black. Black is 000 or 6 zeros, but because they're all the same, you can have 3 of them be the same values, and that would be good enough. So then, instead of just typing the colors, because you're going to want to use varying different degrees of colors, and the predefined color names might not have what you're looking for in terms of your design. So you would want to use the actual hexadecimal color values. And the way that you can get access to those color values, if you don't know them off by memory, you can, if you have Photoshop, you can use the color picker tool, and you can choose your color here, and then you can copy and paste the hexadecimal value down here into your CSS. That's how you would get the color picker in Photoshop if you have Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, that's okay. There's a couple tools that you can use. There's obviously the CSS color names here if your color matches, but if you want to be more specific, you can use colorschemedesigner.com, and you can choose color schemes right in here, and it gives you kind of color schemes that you can use, and you can hover over these values and or these colors, and you could see the hexadecimal value right in there, which is kind of neat. So you could play around with this, but Photoshop is typically what you would use. So that's really it for CSS colors. You'll see me using them more throughout the rest of the course, and more specifically later once I start using Photoshop to pick out specific colors. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next lecture.